Kanyon then defeated Booker T in a good match. Good to see WCW have come to their senses, because it's Booker T. It's not G.I. Bro, like it was last time out, which was freaking awful, if I'm honest. Terrible thing, terrible. Booker T. Well, hey. So, spin kick by Booker at the start. Booker firmly in control and shows so by taking Kanyon's t-shirt off. He then tags the basically Kanyon's come out with a copy of DDP's book, and in it he's got a brick. So it's a loaded brick. It's a loaded book of doom, if you want to call it that. You know, so he can swing. It's got a brick in. Booker uses some fucking brains and takes the brick out of the book, but leaves the book behind. And one of those, I see what you're doing now. I like that. I like it a lot. Larry gets 2 for Booker. They brawl outside as Kanyon pulls the steps on Booker, and then basically charges. Puts the steps on top of Booker and chairs the steps. And one of those that wouldn't actually hurt. Well, yeah, it looks impressive. Baseball slide and a suplex get 2. Nice power slam gets 2 for Booker. Sit down spinebuster gets 2 for Kanyon. I love that move. The sit down spinebuster is such an impressive looking spot. It really is. Inverted Boston Crab by Kanyon, which also looks nice. Booker reverses for 2. Spinebuster gets 2 for Booker, who goes to use. He goes to use a chair, but the ref takes it off him. Kanyon then uses the book, but of course there's no brick. Brilliant. Spinneroonie, axe kick, and a bookend get 2. As Jeff Jarrett out and hits Booker with a guitar. Kanyon cutter gets the 3. I should have mentioned, sorry, Jeff Jarrett had basically gone to Miller while he was getting attacked by the Young Dragons and saying something about, if Hogan's not here, I'm going to start fucking up your show, basically. And there he is, fucking up the show. Comes out, bashes Booker with a guitar. Kanyon cutter gets the 3. Would have been a 3-star match, honestly, and it would have been without that finish. That finish really spoiled it. It's just like, oh, come on. Yeah, 2.5 stars though. It's a good match. Like I say, take that finish away and you've got a 3-star match. Yeah, these two are good workers, man. But thing about Chris Kanyon is, I only ever saw, because I didn't watch WCW, I didn't see him in WCW. Yeah, because I only watched WWF, sorry. So I saw him in the Invasion angle as the MVP of Invasion, and then I didn't see him because he was injured. The last thing I remember of him was doing a really bad Boy George impression, saying, "Do you really want to hurt me?" And then getting absolutely fucking owned by the Undertaker. You know? Oh yes. Anyway, let's go on. As Mike Awesome defeated Scott Steiner by disqualification, Awesome hits a tope to start, which seems to be Awesome's standard fitness opening move, really. They brawl in the crowd, then back to the ring. Scott Steiner uses a chair inside, and elbow gets 2 for Scott. Awesome goes up top, but gets super belly to belly off it for 2. Backbreaker by Scott, and a suplex is countered. They go outside, and Awesome uses a chair. A lot of chair shots. Then he uses a ring bell. They, inside, Awesome hits a splash. Scott comes back with a belly to belly, but the cat stops him from using the recliner. Basically, here's another thing that you don't understand if you haven't watched Nitro or Thunder. The Steiner recliner had been banned, so the cat comes out and stops him from using it. Spinebuster gets 2 and a frog splash gets 2, but the referee gets bumped. So Cat in, but he hits Awesome instead of Steiner. Belly to belly for the Cat, and another belly to belly again. The Cat stops the recliner and says that if Scott puts the recliner on, he will strip him of the title. So guess what Scott does? Oh yes, as a babyface he should go, alright then I won't do it. He just locks it on. He locks on the recliner. Of course, naturally Awesome, Awesome passes out, and he's stripped of the title. So the US title, which, let's put it this way, as best we can, means diddly squat, now means less than, it just means, why did at this point, why did WCW even have title belts? I mean, really, why did they? Why? Because all of them meant nothing. All of them were booked into oblivion. You know, why should I pay my hard-earned dollars to pay for this show where the title match is for a title that doesn't mean diddly buggery squat? Why? Why should I? Bear with me a sec, must have a swig of milk. Before we go on with the shit nurse, this is Vampiro versus the Kiss Demon. So, I'm sure you remember a month ago, Vampiro defeated Sting in a Human Torch match. So this time, he's defeating the Kiss Demon in a graveyard match. Let's take any credibility Vampiro had and just fuck it off, shall we? Right, so they start off in a graveyard with the Kiss Demon, who they say is called Dale Torberg, which I like, looking for Vampiro. There's no lights, it's pretty hard to tell what's happening. The Demon finds a coffin and stupidly, like a babyface, opens it. There's nothing in it though, that's a good thing. Vampiro runs in with a chokeslam. Vampiro wanders off with Asia, who is with the Demon. Demon is chucked into an open grave. They brawl in a river, and all I can think of is at least. Is this bad? You tell me, is this bad? Yeah, these two men are fighting in a river, and the only thing that I can think of is, well, at least the makeup isn't coming off. Must be good makeup. I mean, that's the best part. That's the best thing on my notes. That's what it says. Referee ends up in the river. I so honestly don't care about this match. Vampiro cracks a tombstone over Demon's head and puts him in a coffin. The coffin's put in a grave. And the thing is, to win the match, you don't you're thinking what's the in the match. No, you don't have to win. That's not how you win the match at all. It'd be silly. To win the match, you've got to get from the graveyard to the arena. The graveyard, which incidentally is in an unspecified location, it's just a graveyard. It could be anywhere. It could be in England, for God's sake. It's 2,000 miles away. You have to trek back to the arena. So yeah, basically they cut then to the next match. So you don't know who's going to win. Who could win? Sure, I mean, Wrestling 101 says that Dale Torberg is going to win. He's going to find a way of getting out of the coffin and make his way back to the arena. But no, I'll come back to that in a bit, because that's what happens. Literally, they cut it off and go to the next match. Then we go back to this way later on. Shane Douglas defeating Bagwell. Buff Bagwell in a crap match. 1 star. Incidentally, I gave Vampiro versus Chris Demon -3 stars. So that's 2 matches on this show that I've got minus figures. That's not ideal. Shane Douglas, yeah, we've said that. Brawl on the outside to start. Shane goes for a power. Basically, Shane pulls the match back and goes for a power driver, but it's blocked inside and straight out as Buff gets posted. He doesn't blade like Jeff Jarrett did at Slamboree, and I'm disappointed by that. I'm still to this day perplexed that Jeff Jarrett got his balls hit on the ring post and bladed in the same motion, and I don't know why. I got balled. Oh, never mind. That's irrelevant. Chair shot, then inside, and Shane works the neck. Out comes Tori Wilson and distracts Shane, so Buff can get a 2. Splash also gets 2, and of course, Tori Wilson turns on Buff Bagwell. Pittsburgh plunge gets 2. Unhooked DDT gets 2 for Buff. He goes for the blockbuster, but Tori stops him. Franchise hits the Frankensizer, which is a shoulder jawbreaker for the win. 1 star, yay.